What is going on, guys? Softcop here, and in today's How to Be a Pro, as you can see by the title and the thumbnail, as well as the gameplay, we're going to be talking about how to be a pro with Darth Vader, the Sith Lord. Now, we're going to talk a bit about him first. He's a hero character, well, technically a villain character in Star Wars Battlefront, and you can be him by picking up the hero pickup. He's a very slow-moving character. He's more like a tank, except without all the armour, and, well, he still takes quite a lot of damage if you're out in the open. But now we're going to take a look at his special abilities. His first one, the Force Choke. This move is a very close range attack, and it's a progressive type of damage attack where you use it and the enemy's health will slowly drain away. It's a guaranteed kill if you choke someone with it, so you can choke someone and then move on to your next target. The only way that the person will survive is if you die midway through choking someone. I had it the other day where a friend of mine survived because Vader died while choking him, and he survived that way. So there is a chance of surviving, but as soon as you're choked, you're pretty much dead. Next one, the heavy attack. Again, like I've said in my Luke Skywalker video, only use this on other heroes, especially Luke Skywalker or Darth Vader if you're facing your opposing hero slash villain, because it leaves you very exposed to blaster shots while swinging your lightsaber, so you're going to take a lot of damage if you try and use it on a bunch of infantry, as well as you're not really, yeah, you'll kill them if you hit them, but the chance of you actually hitting them are pretty slim unless you are right next to them. His final special move is the saber throw. Now, it's a medium to long-ish range attack, basically, like the title says, you'll throw your lightsaber. It's an instant kill, so if you hit someone with your lightsaber while using that, they're going to die, you're going to get the kill. It's very good in corridors, because, again, there's nowhere really for the enemy to run to. The only thing they can do is run forward or back, and if you've got a lightsaber coming towards you, you're pretty much going to get a kill. Anyway, now we're going to talk about a few little strategies and tips about Darth Vader. Number one, again, I've already said it in my Luke Skywalker video, if you hit down on the D-pad, you can turn off your lightsaber. Again, very good for sneaking. If you haven't seen my Luke Skywalker How to Be a Pro video, I'll put it in the description, make sure you check it out, I'd really appreciate it. But again, it's very good for sneaking, and that's pretty much about it. Number two, stay out of open areas. Stay out of places where there's not a lot of cover. Again, like I said at the start, Vader is a very slow moving character. And if people catch you out in the open, a lot of people use the homing shot, you're going to get a load of homing shot rockets coming at you, and they do quite a lot of damage to heroes. And obviously that's a good tip if you are fighting Darth Vader. Use your homing shot. As well as the blocking only lasts a few seconds. It's got a stamina bar, so if you're taking a lot of fight in the open and you start blocking and that runs out, you're going to be very vulnerable for a few seconds before you can block again. So just avoid the open areas, especially on Hoth. Hoth is the worst map to pick Darth Vader. I recommend do not pick Vader on the Hoth map, especially on Walker Assault. Pick someone with a blaster such as Boba Fett if you're Imperials, because he'll do a lot more damage and is best suited for it, the longer ranges. Number three, again, it leads on from my last point, Vader's best suited for tight spaces. Again, he's a close range to medium range attack, he's very slow. In enclosed spaces, you can force choke people until your heart's content, and if you're in a corridor, throw your lightsaber and you'll kill a few enemies. There's nowhere for them to go. As well as it's very hard for enemies to get to the side or behind you if you're in an enclosed space. If you're in a corridor, the only way for enemies to get behind you is come into the corridor from behind, and even then you've got plenty of health that you can just turn around and kill them anyway. And I'm sure that as Vader, you're going to have a few stormtroopers running around near you anyway, because they know that you're going to do a lot of damage and they want to back you up. And well, that's another tip. Try and stay with a few enemies, well, not enemies should I say, what am I talking about? Try and stay with a few of your team if you can. If you're playing with a few mates, try and get them to stay with you, because they can support you if you get in a fight with Luke Skywalker, and there's a few sort of rebels with Luke, and you've got a few Imperials with you, they can take each other to that, and you can focus just on Luke or the other hero, because it's very easy if it's a one-on-one and then you've got a few enemies as well to deal with. You're going to die a lot quicker than their hero. Number 4, same as Luke, your blocks on a stamina bar. It's going to run out within, I think, 6 or 7 seconds of continuous blocking. The stamina will run out, and then you've got to wait a few more seconds before you can block again. It leaves you very vulnerable. Avoid it. Avoid having to use it. If you run into a bunch of enemies, head the other way. Just because you're Darth Vader doesn't mean you are impervious to blaster fire. If you come up with a few enemies, like 4 or 5 enemies, you're going to take a lot of damage. Is it really worth taking all that damage just for maybe 2 or 3 kills? Not really. If he was Luke Skywalker, you might be able to get away with it because he's very manoeuvrable and he's very fast. But Vader, try and deal with 1 or 2 enemies at the max. On to my next point, and this is the final point of this video, is Vader can fly. Well, technically he can't fly, but he can glide. If you watch this gameplay, I do glide a few times. It does leave you vulnerable, so if you're in a firefight, try and avoid it. It's more of a glide, and it only really helps to get onto ledges, or as you can see, down from trees. So you can use it as much as you want. A little known fact about it is it's actually faster than running. So if you want to get to places a bit faster, glide. Also, you're not going to take any damage if you fall out of a tree like this. So it's also, as you can see now, it's very good on getting the drop on people. So use it to your advantage. But that's it from this video. I'm probably going to do Han Solo or Boba Fett in my next video of how to be a pro. I'm doing the heroes and villains first just to try and get them all out the way, because I know a lot of people do struggle with a lot of heroes, and then I'll eventually move on to Princess Leia and the Emperor. But anyway guys, that's it from me. If you like this video, make sure you comment, like and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe, so then you can see these videos as soon as they come out. I try and do them weekly, but that's it from me. I'll see you in the next one.